Hey guys, welcome back. Well, I figured now is a good time to do this video. So, update on what's been going on the last few days. My parents have been here a week and a day now. Yesterday was closing, everything went great. It was actually really fast. I was extremely impressed. A lot faster than ours, but again, if you saw what we went through, we had buyer issues and that was causing like 90% of the delays. But man, we were in and out of that office. If it wasn't for my dad talking and telling stories a lot, which was fine, probably would have been a half an hour. It was that quick. The activities director, telling about the amenities and the community and that kind of stuff, took longer than closing. I mean, it was that quick. They were really good. So, got the keys, house is theirs. So, they've got some more stuff to wrap up. Some stuff still isn't right, but they fixed like 95% of everything. I don't remember. No, I didn't show you guys everything I found, but I'll walk around here in a second and talk about that. No big deals, no showstoppers. I think everything will be 100% in the next couple days. We've got 2 days, 2 full days yet before the moving truck comes. So that's the important time frame. But I'm here butt crack early today because I've got cable guy coming sometime between 9 and 12, and then appliances between 1 and 4, the washer, dryer, and fridge. But we've had a couple rough days. Chloe got pneumonia, and in the middle of the night, of course, had to go to emergency ER, so we had thousands of dollars for that bill, but she's back home today, thank goodness, and on the mend. She's on a very strong antibiotic, and there's just a whole bunch of complications because of her autoimmune disease, and that she's still on some prednisone. I can't even pronounce it. Anyway, it's a immunosuppressant, which goes against your body getting rid of the pneumonia, but she's on a very strong antibiotic right now. And last night was better than the night before, but no sleep, man. I got like 2 hours last night before, she was up and we're stressing and all that kind of good stuff. But knock on wood, I think she'll be fine. It's just gonna unfortunately take probably weeks for her to really feel normal again. Anyway, let me show you around and give you a tour of the place here, since it is just about finished. There's nothing else going in, and give you the lay of it. So they have one of the biggest lots in the entire community. It looks like there's supposed to be a house on either side of them, but that's all their yard. So they have this huge view. I mean, each one of their side lots is bigger than my entire grass area, front, sides, and back. It's huge. All this like light colored green, that's theirs, and it goes way back. So they lucked out. They've got tons of light coming in all the windows. Everybody else is, pretty close. You look out a window, you're looking in somebody else's window. They did not want that, and man, they got this for really a cheap premium. But all landscaping was included with the house. All landscaping and maintenance is included with the HOA. So, Delweb takes care of everybody. They don't have to lift a finger. So that's cool. So lots of nice baby plants in. All Florida native approved plants. I've got just about all of these at my place. I know how well they grow, and they're gonna look beautiful. Really nice stuff. Got a nice palm here that will go about 20 feet tall. And then if he wants anything on the side, he can do that, but you know what? You don't even have to. So they got to pick their colors and of course their design, and they had all different kinds of facings they could choose and that kind of good stuff. So they got exactly what they wanted with this beautiful stonework. It's really nice too. I thought it was like a flat facade, but no, those are actual stones mortared on. So they just have the one car these days, and Dad decided he didn't want a golf cart anymore. So he sold that in Arizona, and now they're just gonna have custom cabinets built, probably on this wall, I would imagine, because of the electrical panels and everything. So they're gonna have plenty of space in here, and they don't have as much stuff to store anymore. Top of the line, tankless water heater, and it is a gas house like mine, so they got a gas range, gas furnace, all that kind of good stuff. This is the hookup for the water softener. which I bought for him, and my buddy Bill, plumber, is coming tomorrow morning to install that, and that'll be the last thing the house actually needs. Absolutely important. If you want clean dishes, you want your, if you have a tank, especially a hot water system, to stay clean, not have to descale it. Softeners, I mean, even if you don't have super hard water like well water or anything, just the regular city water around here greatly benefits. The shower glass stays completely clean, no slime on the tiles. I mean, huge difference. The salt, we use quite a bit of water, and we're maybe 30 bucks a year in salt, maybe. These units here, this is the same one I have. I got a slightly bigger one just because it came with the house, but if I was buying a new one, this is all we would need. It's super frugal. It measures the water flow, it measures the salt level, so it tells you how many days you have left, calculating, kind of like your miles to empty in a car. And I put in 40 bucks worth of salt. It was about 140 pounds worth, and it went over a year. And it's only down 20%, and that was in December. And here we are in late July. So, I mean, they're super frugal. And my parents, they're not even gonna use half of what we do because they don't even use a dishwasher. So really nice system here. The hot water heater, you just set the temp digitally here, and within a few seconds of turning on the water, actually I need to turn that up. Within a few seconds of turning on the water, max is 120. I like mine at 130. You got hot water. So they are the first ones down here. They've only got one house here. This is the end one, and then it goes just like a park walk on the other side of that house all around. There's a preserve behind, I'll show you. They're the first ones moving in. Neighbors on both sides of them are closing in 5 days. So they'll be moving in, you know, soon. And then the rest of these homes are getting pretty close. I'm remembering what stage these were at. That one's really close right there. Then this one probably, and then all of these. They're within a month. I mean, they're really cruising through those. That one's really close too. Once the garage door goes on, you're within a month. So there's a few moved in down here. They were number 31 in the community. So they pretty much did the same thing they did at the last one, and they are first in. Decent garage door opener. This is LiftMaster, also called Chamberlain. Same parts, different company name, depending on where you buy it. It's Chamberlain if you get it at Home Depot. This is the same one I put in the old house just before we sold it to replace the old crappy one. Great unit, really is. The only thing that pisses me off is the company started charging for the smart home capability. It's not much, but it's the principle of it. 10 bucks a year just to be able to use the feature that you bought with the unit. So it is what it is. They don't even use cell phones or tablets anyway. The house is going to be smart with Alexa, but I mean, it just pisses me off that companies do that. And they crippled the ability to use if then that. So you can't even do it for free anymore. Anyway, I'll hook him up with that just because he does tend to forget if the garage door is open or shut. It's not really an issue in here, it's gated. So you get a full set of hurricane shutters for all the windows and doors, and they just screw right in. All the doors and windows have the mounts already built in. I don't have the lights on yet. Okay. Whew. It's nice and cool in here. I got the AC on for the first time. So this is going to be an actual guest room. They'll put a bed in here, and you know, when my brother visits or other family, this is their little room here. It's a decent size and a decent single closet. And they just went with basic carpet for now. They'll probably upgrade that later, but this is a lowest priority room for sure. Most of the house is this beautiful large tile, and they have not been in here to clean it, so you're going to see tons of schmutz from all the grout. They do have a fair amount of work to do as far as hours left. This is Dad's den, which he's super excited about, especially for these doors. And funny story about this, the builder really did screw up on a lot of stuff, and that pissed me off. It pissed Dad off because that just means nobody was inspecting, nobody gave a shit, nobody was really paying attention. And I'm talking big stuff. Like they had these doors on the wrong side of the room. They were on the inside. The model home, which is down the street, has them correct. The floor plan has them correct. Somebody installed these and the trim totally backwards and got past multiple inspections over a month. And I didn't notice because my doors are on the inside, so it was normal to me, but Dad knew. And when he saw my video walkthrough I did for him, because they were still in Arizona, they just saw the house for the first time yesterday. So I've been here doing all the inspections. But I didn't have the full option sheet that he chose. I was going off my memory. It didn't trip because my doors looked normal and they looked normal to me. But then Dad saw the video and was like, hey, those doors are on the other side. I'm like, what are you talking about? So looking in the model home and then double checking the actual floor plan on the website, yep. So they finally fixed that yesterday. This closet door here, they put the wrong hardware on. They put in chrome instead of brushed. The guest bathroom here, hi, they didn't even secure the mirror. It was flopping, man. They didn't even secure it up there. It was just about ready to fall. I'm still not super happy with this roller situation on the shower doors here. My parents don't seem to mind, but the actual rollers are wobbly or warped. And when you slide the door, it does this. You know, I have eyes for detail, so just watch how the glass moves side to side as I just slide it. And that's hard to see. Trust me, it's doing it. I can feel it. it's doing this in my hand. Anyway. They fixed that, I guess, as good as they're going to. They fixed this. This was loose on the wall. Good enough, I guess. And this was loose. Yeah, it's tight. They had the toilet seat all crooked. There was something else. Oh, I think that. Yeah, that's tight now. So, just tons. Oh, there was at least 100 spots of paint. You know, where we take the tape and touch up, mar, bad flashing, bad texture, something. I mean, at least 100. Took over 2 hours to walk through and find everything. So this is going to be my mom's hobby room, sitting room, letter writing room, TV watching, whatever she wants. This is her room that she finally has. She didn't have one of these in the old house. She had to use one of the living rooms. And, you know, that's not really private. And it was like a freaking 30 by 40 open living room. But this is hers now, so I got her TV and a sound bar that'll go in somewhere on one of the walls, one of these two probably. She found an awesome desk at Haverty's that she really loved, and a matching chair. The chair is out of stock, so I'm just waiting until those come in, and I'll pick those up for her and deliver. Whatever wall she wants this stuff on, I'll set her up. Nice view out the oversized window in front. And there's going to be more homes straight across there. There's a pond behind these guys. Really, really narrow, like strip pond. But it'll be a nice view. And a normal closet in here. This is definitely a bigger room than the other guest room. So this one works out really nice for her. They still have to pick out all their window treatments. They're not sure if they're going to go with the 2-inch wood blinds like we have. Or maybe plantation shutters, combination with drapes. They don't know yet. So, you know, they're going to wait till they get in here and then make that decision. Maybe have somebody over to do a consult or something. Fairly basic laundry room, but a very decent tub and sink. I'm actually going to buy one exactly like this. I'm waiting on a rebate coming from my dishwasher, and I'm going to change out mine because mine's a piece of crap. It doesn't have legs, and it's just bolted to the wall, but it's pushing into the drywall and doesn't fully drain because now it's slightly tilted down. So I do not like the fact that it's just hanging on the wall. I want one with legs, so I'm going to put this guy in right here, and they give you a nice little extension wand. Works nice. So I'm going to do that as soon as that rebate comes in. Washer dryer goes here, rack up there. I got their power cord. That was the only thing left I had to buy because I couldn't remember if they had a 4-prong, and they do. Actually, give you both 3 and 4. Always use a 4 if you can. And they give you the option of gas or electric for your dryer. They want electric, which is good because that means I don't have to install the gas. The delivery guys don't touch gas. Super quiet. I bet you guys didn't even hear this running air handler. This is like a whisper compared to mine. I was worried because I saw this going inside, and I know how loud mine is in the garage. I can hear it in the garage in the house. I mean, it's not super loud, but I can hear it. You can't hear this thing with the door shut. You cannot hear it. I hear the air coming out of the vent, and I hear the air coming in the return. And even that's not the loudest. Where am I hearing? I'm just hearing the vent air. It is so quiet. It is a Lennox unit. Oh, and the condenser outside is super quiet. I mean, we got a quiet one now, but this one, whatever model this is, holy crap. There's your numbers. Oh man, I mean, I don't look forward to mine breaking, but I'm looking forward to when it does break, knowing that I'm gonna get something that's such an upgrade. Kind of like the dishwasher, man. I mean, this is awesome. But hey, there you go. It's only a 3-ton, really efficient. I think I have a 4 or a 4.5 at home. Can't remember. The old house was a 2.5. That was barely enough. Really needed more than that. Basic thermostat here. It's really clunky to use. Piece of shit. But I got the Nest going in. I brought over most of the stuff I've been stockpiling, filled up the car. Got a regular Nest in silver, ready to go in. Not gonna do any of this until we've got Wi-Fi set up, Echo Show for the kitchen, whole bunch of dots for the bedroom, office, mom's room. They can add whatever they want after that. These are a whole bunch of the LED trim panels. Dad really likes these that I put in my house. So they're night lights. And they're really simple to install. There's no wiring. You just take off the center screw, take off the faceplate that's on your outlet, and just snap this one into place. Now these are the upgraded design. These are a little more sturdy than my originals. And these just contact via friction the screws on the side of your actual outlet inside. So it just plugs in basically. It doesn't plug in, it just touches the outside. And then you just screw it on. And it's got a photo sensor, so when it's dark enough, these 3 LEDs come on and give you that nice pool of light underneath it. Works super good at night for walking around, especially our house, which is pitch black. And I got a super deal. I got deals on everything. I mean, I'm not kidding. I got this during Prime Day for $100. It's $230 regular. I got all 3 of these, which are, I mean, on sale they're $25 a piece. I got all 3 for $60. Costco had these 2 high-speed HDMI cables, 12 feet each, 10 something. You know, I got these on a Facebook deal. They sent me a $10 Facebook coupon, and then they had this on sale for like $21. Normally these are $8 or $9 a piece. So you do the math, you know, just everything I got. The TVs, I don't remember what I paid, like $120 each on sale. Sound bars, again, I got on Amazon Prime Day, $40 each. You know, everything I got, I've been stocking the deals, so, and there's more stuff. But, so kitchen, decent LED under cabinet light, non-dimmable, so I'm just gonna use a smart switch for those. I don't think they really care about dimming anyway. I don't even use the dimming of the cabinet lights that much, but anyway, when you have these with a physical power switch, you can't dim those. They have to be a direct wire or a wireless control to install a dimmer. So I'll just use a switch here and they'll just be on or off like that. Tons of cabinet space. I got the expanded gourmet kitchen. Cabinets on both sides, all around. They got the granite that they like. They picked out everything. The subway tiles, they got it exactly like they wanted. Nice shelving. This is the pantry. This is about 2/3 the size they had, but they never filled up the old one. They just stored a bunch of junk up top and had a bunch of empty space, so this will be more than fine. Beautiful appliances here. These are the built-ins. These came with the house. Well, they upgraded the options, but it was here before us. Big microwave. The heck, casserole bowl? Huh. Oh, KitchenAid microwave safe stuff. That's cool. Everything is KitchenAid. Round rotisserie. It's a little on the small side. I'm just used to ours, I guess. It looks, it's a little shorter, just a little narrower, but we've got the kind that does this back and forth. It doesn't rotate. So the rotatable ones you can get smaller sizes in, but ours like goes to here and over to there, and ours is above the range, so different sizing, but man, super quality. It's got knurling here on the handles. Beautiful controls. Convection oven, really nice there. Not that it'll probably be ever used, because Mom don't cook. I might use it, I don't know. And a top-of-the-line KitchenAid dishwasher. This is pretty much the same dishwasher I got. That's a Bosch. Same features, same top reliability. They have the controls on the inside. This is what I opted not to do. They have, they didn't have an option here. When you get the built-in kitchen, it is what it is. They just give you the top of the line, and that's too bad. I wanted the front control so I could see what's going on. It's just a personal thing. It's the exact same inside unit. It's just, do you want top or front? So all their touch controls are here, and you can see that when it's running, you don't really know what's going on. I like to see that countdown timer. Mine tells me how many minutes left. What this does is shines a light, and I don't remember, yeah, that should be an LED, or that's a reset switch. One of the two. Some have a light here, and some have an LED that shines on the floor, and by the color, it tells you what it's doing. Washing, drying, rinsing, whatever. So, but a beautiful, silent, just as silent as mine. We tested it, and I'm here talking with the guy, and he's like, oh, that's as loud as the dishwasher's gonna get. I'm like, it's on? Are you serious? Couldn't even tell. Could not tell whatsoever. Beautiful big sink. If I was doing a new home, this is exactly the sink I would do. We have the one where the one side, it's divided, first of all, and the one side is slightly bigger than the other. I just like one big sink, but I am not going through the incredible mess and hassle of cutting our granite just to put in another sink. Oh yeah, and we couldn't even get our sink out because it's built in. Sinks are installed before the granite is laid down. So there's no way to get our sink out. It's wider than the cabinet. So we're screwed. We would have to actually remove the entire counter from that section, and that's a big ass section. So we're leaving our sink as is, but this is what I would do if I was ordering new. Beautiful sink. And then pretty much the same sprayer as we have. Bada bing, bada boom. One weird thing is, because it's on an island here, you don't have any switches. So I'm like, where the heck is the garbage disposal switch? Oh, you just got a basic one under there. I mean, which is fine. If it were me and I was designing a kitchen, I would have put a switch like here, just like these outlets are. You know, just for aesthetics alone, I think that would be much, much better. But parents don't care, so I'm not touching it. These lights they chose look really cool. When they installed them, they were uneven. I mean, just like, hello, all you have to do is sight down. It's not hard. So they majorly screwed up this. It's fixed now, but there's a outlet underneath it, behind it there in the center. Well, when they built it, they stuck it right here. Just like this, big exposed outlet, and they stuck it over here to the side. It's like, how stupid are you as a builder to go, it must go here, and not question it? So they had to rip that out, retile it, and that delayed everything, but works great. They got LED lights built into the bottom of it. Beautiful gas range, exact same functions as ours. 2 large, 2 medium, and a super simmer. Love it, super easy to clean. And I didn't see if they gave them another option. I've got a griddle grate if I want to do, you know, pancakes or something. Tons and tons of drawers and everything. They had several of these handles on crooked, like this. It's like, how can you not notice? They forgot to put those on. Okay, so a super huge room. This is actually bigger than the base house. The base house had the walls stopping here and then going over here. And this was the patio outside with sliding glass doors right here. They had it expanded and then added on a double size lanai outside. I'll show you that in a sec. So the standard plan is with this little area here being the eating area. So this is where you'd put your kitchen table or whatever. They're gonna put their big dining room table here and put in a chandelier. Still have to shop for that. And then this is all gonna be living space. They wanna put the entertainment center and TV on that wall. And then, you know, couches, whatever kind of seating back here. And they got drops for fans. They've picked out some of the fans, not all of them yet. And this oversized triple door looking out to a preserve, very much like ours. And they're the only house here with a water feature. They didn't even know this was here. I'm used to that side door for me. They added this pond, you know, during construction, and I'm here doing videos and updating Dad, and he's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in your backyard. You got a pond, man. Super excited for this. So we've had a bunch of rain, and that's probably about as tall as it's gonna get. There's probably about 8 feet down to that from where I'm standing, so no worries there. But they've got this beautiful wooded preserve area there. Hold on, you can't see it because of the screen. There we go. So that's their view. I mean, that's freaking gorgeous. And it continues on with another like pond that goes looping around. But this they actually dug out and made. I mean, what luck. Huge lanai. It looks bigger in person than it does in video. To me, it looks kind of narrow right here. And Dad thought the same thing until I measured it out on my lanai so they could arrange patio furniture. Tons of room. So they're gonna put their 3-person couch down at that end across and a couple big chairs, and they got room for a table, whatever they wanna do, basically. You know, they've got tons of space here to do it in. So it's, I can't remember what it is. It's like 9 feet wide by 23 feet long. But I told them, you probably don't want to put furniture down here because of the view. You know, I would not obstruct any of this looking out of the house, you know what I mean? And of course, they're going to take these screens off so the view will be better. No one uses screens. No one keeps the doors open. It is freaking muggy. Wow. All right. The windows are really, really nice. They're double pane. They're argon filled. Even though our house is pretty new, it's only single pane. And the cool thing is, you just hit these little switches here, and boom, you can clean them, super easy. So going over here, this wall, another thing just totally pissed us off. It's still not 100%, but it's good enough. Can you tell anything? Can you see any kind of bow here? I still see a very, very, very slight one just looking on the camera doing this. To the eye, if you didn't know this was here, you couldn't tell. But this was out to about here. This went brrr. The whole damn wall. I mean, like from here down, you could see this bulge. It's like, how does that get past people? Multiple people, multiple steps over multiple months and multiple inspections, and that passed. I took one look at it and I'm like, dude, that wall is terribly bowed. So they did a first round fix, and they basically just took off the trim and shaved off a little bit of the wall and pounded it back on. It didn't make a damn bit of difference. I'm like, nope, that's not even close to good enough. So they cut it out and they redid the whole wall. You know, tough shit. Do it right. It's just unreal. Master bedroom. Plenty of room in here. This is the only room in the freaking house besides the living room where they did a cable drop and Ethernet drop. I don't know what to say to that. It's just cheap and lazy. Cheap and lazy. So cable guy is actually who I'm waiting for right now. He's supposed to be here in the next, well, I got a 3-hour window, but this morning sometime. And I'm really hoping he has some kind of wireless cable box option. I have not had a cable box in I don't know how many years. I don't know what the options are today. But there's no cable run to the rooms that need it, at least 2 of them. Over there is the cable drop that they put in the living room. So I'm not gonna, have him run into the line. I'll just run a white coax. That's not a big deal. But the TV will be there. But the office needs a cable box and the front room needs a cable box. So like I said, I hope they have some kind of Wi-Fi cable box, or somebody's gonna have to run cable through the attic. And I really don't want that to be me. And I know the cable guy doesn't want to do it. Master bath. They first did not install their optional shower bar. They're getting up there in age, and that's very handy to have in the shower. And the shower is oversized. It's about 3 times the size of ours. It's not only extra wide, but double the size. This was an option that they got done to the house. And this beautiful tile detailing. I really love that. And they even transferred it into the little nook with tile details. Usually when you see these, they just do a flat tile because they're lazy. But look at that. That's pretty cool. They didn't have any options for upgraded showers. They just give you this basic piece of crap from, the $2 bin, and that's it. And you have to upgrade it yourself. They left so much money on the table with these houses. It's insane. Some things they gave you every option in the world to buy, and then some things they're like, no, we just don't do that. It's like, what? So we'll pick something out later. But first, like I said, they didn't even do this. That was on the first inspection. And then they fixed it, came back, and they installed it straight. That's like, you fucking DTDs, man. So then they had to cut out some tile and retile part of the wall and install it right the second time. But they got it now. Can't remember. I think one of those was crooked. This mirror was okay. Got their commode room in here. There was just a bunch of paint issues in there. I can't remember. I haven't checked. I did a video record of all the paint stuff, but I didn't see anything obvious, and neither did my parents. So, if there's any little tiny spots, it is what it is. Walk-in closet, plenty of room. It's a little bigger than ours. No, you know what? I've got a chest right down there. I think that's taking up some room. Might be a little. No, it's not any deeper because our door is a side door. Anyway, good size room. No worries there. And a separate linen closet. That's nice to have in here. Ours is in the guest wing with those 2 rooms. A nice marble bench there. Did a real nice job on the shower. I'm super impressed with that. And a cool just window slit up there. Lots of light in this room because of that huge lot. There's no shadow during any part of the day from the other homes. So that's really cool. I mean, you can see that it's just light. That house over there is not affecting the sunlight at all. Got an optional drop here in the middle of the room because you might want to put a lamp or something, and now you don't have to run cables. And they do not like area rugs, which I think they're going to change their mind because it's echoey, really echoey in here. I mean, really bad. You think our room was echoey before? Try tile. Tile compared to wood is a huge echo difference, but it's super echoey in here. Even moving furniture in here, it's gonna be bad. And the artwork they have and that they put up, it's just, you know, normal artwork. They're not gonna do any kind of acoustic treatments or anything like that. And like I said, no rugs, no carpet, so it's not gonna get too much quieter. I think they'll change their mind. Let's see. Front door they chose. Absolutely loved it. They had the handle all jacked up. You had to like to unlatch it. I mean, all it was loosening the screws and adjusting it correctly. They fixed that. There's still a leak in the gutters that they have to fix. Yeah, you can see it dripping right down there. None of that's supposed to be there. So, little stuff like that left to do. So I'm here hanging out. I'm just gonna be hanging out in the garage for the cable guy first. I got some seats, I got cigars, which are inside, and that's gonna be my day, just sitting here waiting. Hopefully we got guys here coming to fix stuff too. I kind of screwed them because I expected them to be here this morning. You know, tons of people are here working on everybody else's houses, but oh, here's the cable guy. Sweet. Gotta go. Cable guy's not happy. He's got a lot of work to do outside. He's gonna run a trench, and it's supposed to drizzle all day. But as I was saying, I'm hoping they have a lot of guys coming here to do all this work, because it's either today or tomorrow, and tomorrow's Sunday. I don't know who's working on Sunday, but you know, they got a lot of time in here still in the next 2 days. So it turns out the gutter wasn't leaking. I forgot to put on the downspout. Going in right now. Trench dug, equipment on the outside, that new gray box there, everything went in well. He ran the line inside into the internal junction box, and he's wiring that in right now. And then we get to the fun part, and I know he's gonna say, I don't do cable runs in the attic. I know it. And that's gonna be me next week. What do you wanna bet? So I'm installing these wall plates here while the cable guy's wrapping up. First one I installed broke as soon as I popped it on. And another problem I found was when they finished this wall and a few others, they freaking stuck all the plates on with the paint wet. So when the originals came off, well, a whole bunch of paint did too. So I emailed the rep, said, hey, I need a can of matching touch-up paint. So I found out that they're using all the push connections for the outlets, which is good, but with the screws on the sides run out, these are snagging and not making good contact. So I have to take all the outlets out that I want to apply these to first and run the screws in flush, because that's how they're meant to interface. The two screws here, they're stock out, and if you don't use them, which you typically don't, you use the push connections in certainly new construction, you just have to run these in first, and then these tabs here slide and just make contact with that tab. Otherwise, with the screws out, these were going right in between, and then this whole plastic thing just ripped off. So not a big deal, but they're working very well. I got one installed here. I'll do one there. I did that one over there, so that it gives them kind of like a back and forth pattern. That's how I did my house. I'm not sure how they're gonna lay this out. I'm sure I'll do probably at least one of those there and one of those there, but I'll wait until they tell me where they want them. Certainly this one here, and I'm sure one in the master bath. Let's see, yeah, they've got, I'll have to get a different plate because they've got the 2-bar mount there. We've got one on our granite facing here, so it works really well. It's like a light just illuminating here, unless there's something. No. Well, I can just get, I think, another one with this type of plate. So that's not a huge deal. Probably none in the bedroom. Me, and they might want one of these. We'll see. I typically didn't do any up high like that though. Then let's see what's around here. Nothing in here. Yeah, I'm sure I'll do that one there. And that one there. That'll work well for people coming out of here. Mom coming out of her room here. Oops, spider. Come here, spider. I just talked to the pest guy. Can't remember if I got that on video or not, but he's got to give me a cool discount. He was a cigar guy. So we were talking cigars and I gave him one here. So he appreciated that. Probably do that one too. That works out real well. So these two here, that'll illuminate this little walkway. Probably none in here. Yeah, let's see what's in here. Probably the same two, yep, 2-bar. Okay, so I got plenty of them. I got 8 of them, so they'll have a couple left over. Probably they'll want this one under here. Yeah, that would probably work out. So I'll order at least 2 of those type. And that should finish that project. So cable guy just wrapped up. He's going through a bad time trying to get his job squared away because their computer is acting screwy. He's been here like an extra half hour for nothing. This is just temporary, just to test the equipment. I got the router set up, internet's working, I'm on Wi-Fi right now, cable works, phone works, so that's all set up. And I'll just unplug all of this. Everything will run over there and be in the entertainment cabinet that they've got. And the other 2 TVs are actually going to be using their smart app. They do have a smart app, so I'll just get a couple Roku boxes probably, because that's all they're going to use it for is streaming cable. Just plug it into one of the HDMI port, because those cheap TVs are not smart, but you know, big deal, extra 20 bucks, 25 bucks, whatever the basic Roku box is. And they have the Spectrum app, so that'll take care of those rooms without any wiring. Yay! And technically, I probably don't need that, but I'm gonna wait until they get moved in, because the new Vizio has, you know, like everything in it, but I don't know for sure if it has a Spectrum app. He wasn't sure. So not a big deal if they need the 1 box, but I did get the other 2 taken off the account, so that saves, you know, like another 20, 25 bucks off their bill. Okay, rolling along. So cable guy is just about ready to check out. I'm gonna finish installing some of these, and then it's more wait time. I don't even know what time it is. Probably close to, oh, there might be a clock on the thermostat. Close to 11, I'm betting. No clock. Of course not. Why would you put a clock on something central to the room? Yeah, here we go. 12:30. Wow, it's later than I thought. So the appliances are scheduled between 1 and 4. Fridge, washer, and dryer. So let's see, my parents have another appointment they're going to at 1:30. They might be back here 3:30, I'm guessing. So I might still be here, I might not, but it's coming along. Second box of outlet covers, and they sent me a 4-pack of the other kind. So I'll see if they really want the extra 2 in there. I think the 2 in that hallway are going to be more than enough. Actually, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll put this one here, and 1 in the master bath, 1 in the guest bath, and then maybe if they want that one there, that would work. I think that might be a little helpful. We'll see what they want, but that leaves me 1 extra to float. So that worked out. Okay, got some downtime now. Just waiting for the appliance guys to come, having another smoke, getting through these acids that just came in so I don't have to store them in the humidor. Can't remember if I mentioned it or not. The pest guy came just coincidentally today, and he was just saying hi to set up service and all that kind of good stuff, so I took care of that. And he was a cigar guy, so we talked cigars, and I gave him some cigars, and he gave me a price break on the pest control service, so that worked out. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Now, since I have Wi-Fi, I can install the Nest, get that going. It's pretty simple. Nest works with pretty much everything out there. The Ecobee does also. Pretty much any modern HVAC system is fully compatible. It's just important that you look first how these are connected. The color codes on the board don't necessarily line up with the color codes of the wires, especially this C connection. In this case, both the blue and black are connected. That's not always the case. This orange is connected to W, usually for white. The white is down in white 2. So make a note however you have to. Nest gives you these little stickers, if you don't have a camera or something like that. But that's the most important part and what people screw up trying to get these things installed. This one was a challenge, let me tell you what. All right, first of all, Nest support is useless. There's nothing in the instructions, first of all, of how to wire anything. Basically just says use the online tool. So I do the online tool. It's supposed to give you a wiring diagram. No, it just says, congratulations, you're compatible. Great, give me the wiring diagram. Nope, it'll do that. So I get on chat. You send them a picture of your old wiring. Get through this Indian guy for 20 minutes. Congratulations, you're compatible. Great, tell me where these 3 wires go. We suggest having a pro install it. Just, useless. Anyway, figured out through reading forums and finding the install manual for the original thermostat, what they were calling wires. And it turns out there were 2 wires in here that was tripping me up because they are not compatible with, well, pretty much any of these smarts. It may be compatible with the Ecobee, I'm not 100% sure, but it's not with the Nest. This has an auxiliary venting system where it will periodically pull in fresh air from outside, and they actually have up on the roof, outside, or under the roof, above the front door, outside, an air filter and an intake vent. Just like you have a return filter, like that, above the door outside, so it'll occasionally suck in fresh air into the system. Completely unnecessary, and it was running 2 common wires, so I crossed my fingers and connected the what should be standard blue wire as the common for the thermostat, and it's working. So I'm running through all the testing now. It took a while for the heat to come on, and man, I wasn't sure if it was working. This is not a gas furnace. It's a gas house. You've got your gas range, you can have your gas dryer, gas hot water tank, or gas hot water heater, I should say, but they don't give you a gas furnace. Oh, what the hell, Pulte? I just never imagined they would not put a gas furnace in a gas house. So it's a heat pump. It's a 5 kilowatt heat pump. And it took about 10 minutes for me to feel any heat. This is the strongest vent. It's got a decent flow. I mean, it's pretty far away from my hand, and I can feel the AC now kicking on, so that's working. I'm just scrolling through all the tests, got through the regular heating, got through the emergency heating, and now that was testing the air conditioning. Okay, now we test just fan, and I verified the difference between regular heating and auxiliary or emergency heating. When you have a heat pump like this, it basically will reverse itself and use the compressor through a valve basically to reverse cool. So instead of sucking heat out, it sucks heat in. It's not as efficient by a long shot as gas. So that's why if you have gas, always get a gas furnace. Luckily it's Florida, they're only gonna use heat 2, maybe 3 weeks out of the year. So whoopity-doo, but still. The emergency heat is a giant toaster. The compressor doesn't run. It's just the fan unit running, blowing over a bunch of coils, just like a big ass light bulb, exactly like a big toaster oven. You can imagine how efficient that is. That's why they call it emergency heat. So if you run out of coolant, you've got a leak, your system's broken, it's the middle of winter, you can at least turn on your giant toaster. You might jack up your electric bill a few $100, but you're not gonna freeze. So it is 4 o'clock. The appliance delivery guys have missed their window. No call, no show so far. Calling the company, the home delivery company, it's called XPO Logistics, sucks. They just started, Lowe's just started using them. When I had my stuff delivered by Lowe's, it was great, fantastic service. These guys blow. I didn't get the notice till last night at nearly 7 o'clock that they were even gonna come today, and they gave me a time window between 1 and 4. Yeah, it didn't happen. So I guess I have to continue to wait. I've tried calling them and it just rings and rings and rings. The only thing I got was the voicemail message. So now the gutter guy is arguing with the supervisor and sent him back a thing that said, oh, he doesn't need 2, there's not supposed to be 2. Really? So I just sent a picture of the house across the street, same model. It's got 2. It's supposed to be there, bud. I don't like that one gutter loops from the front porch all the way across the front and has to go around the side to hit a downspout. That's a lot of water sloshing around that one whole wing of the house. That's not cool. Especially since the other house right there has it. It just doesn't make sense to me. So the delivery guys are now pushed back to 5:30. So I got another hour. It's about 4:30 now before anything happens. At least it stopped raining. It's nice and sunny again, so come on. All right, double good news. My parents had successful doctor's appointments. They had to set up, new patients, all that kind of crap. They're on their way over here from Wesley Chapel, and I just got a call from the delivery driver asking for a location because the neighborhood isn't in his GPS yet. So he should be here fairly soon. He's in Land O'Lakes, so he's within 20 minutes.